set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Yeah, I love when this happens, AKAPAD. So, we're talking Lord of the Rings today. And this is not about what it was like to first see these movies. And welcome back, Peter A. DeLuca here, Film Buff from the Film Buff Podcast. Peter A. DeLuca, Center City, Philadelphia. Coffee drinking, film obsessed, Philly pretzel eating, cheese steak scarfing a-hole here, guys. It was really something to go to the theater and see these movies at midnight. I had gotten first images of Lord of the Rings at a licensing convention at the Javits Center, and the writing was on the wall. I got like a bag of probably stuff that would be super valuable now, like folders, like not like printouts, but not posters, like real thick cardstock postcards, bookmarks, all of these things from New Line Cinema. And it was head spinning when you saw that the release dates were 1 year after the other. And at the time, I was working on this comic with my buddy Ken. That I guess Ken is one of those lost friendships. But at the time, like him and I, we were so locked in. So we were working on this comic and we're reading the books, and I was coming into Philly at the time as a student, as an animation student. So I spent a lot of time on the train. So I read all the Lord of the Rings books while commuting to Philadelphia, PA, Center City. And then we fast forward to the night of Return of the King, where you were just in awe. Like the way how that third movie opens with the origin of Gollum. And I was there with my girlfriend at the time. And it was just magic watching it for the first time. It's just something, a film-going experience I never forgot. And then this rush of the DVDs, where you would get these extended commentary, you would get extended special features. They would call the appendices. And I believe these DVDs at the time were about $40-$50. And there were box set editions that came with statues, all produced by Sideshow, who worked with Peter Jackson to make the props and the miniatures. And almost nearly everything on screen came through Sideshow Weta. But they have a collectible arm, which is just like a fun idea. Yeah, like the guy sculpting all the maquettes and prosthetics and doing all the special effects are the guys also making the merchandise. I love that overlap. But these special editions came out, and they were all extended. So we're getting like 4 hour and 4.5 hour long movies for Lord of the Rings. And until those were released, you would hear about some of these cut scenes. A lot of them, the ones of note, would be Return of the King, which is the flashback of Boromir and his father talking about the ring, the Witch King shattering the staff of Gandalf the White. And they were there. And then all of a sudden, the Lord of the Rings extended editions became the versions to watch of these movies. It's just, you wanted more, they gave you more, and quickly the original cuts, the theatrical cuts, the cut of Return of the King that won Best Picture, the other ones that were nominated, they're gone, they're worthless. This is the version. And I believe even Henry Cavill, Superman, the guy that should be James Bond, Man from U.N.C.L.E., great movie. He said one of his most guilty, his most earthly pleasures is the Lord of the Rings extended cuts. So recently, I had, I think, the Two Towers on, and she sits down on the sofa, and I'm blasting it, and it doesn't take her long. She falls into what's happening, which is really Helm's Deep, but it's not just Helm's Deep. It's some of the stuff that came before, some of it that came after, and during that she said, like, wow, like, I'm Lord of the Rings, so can we watch the other movies, or which one is this? And I explained to her, I'm like this is like the middle of the middle of LOTR. So we put on Fellowship, like a week later too, by the way, guys, because we're effing busy. We don't have time to just to put on a 5-hour movie. So a couple weeks, right? Like we watched Fellowship, we watched Twin Towers, Two Towers, Return of the King, and I watch her, like, questions come up, who's this, who's that, and I even add context from time to time. I try not to do that. I really try and watch, allow people to watch and experience movies for the first time. For me, living with the film buff, it's tough sometimes. I do my best. But she experiences Lord of the Rings for the first time. And as we did with a lot of the Harry Potter movies, like a year ago, when we came back from Cancun, almost the same time of year, AKAPADers, right? Like, we re-explored Harry Potter down to Fantastic Beasts 1, 2, and 3. We watched, 13 or 12 Harry Potter movies together. We do the same here. And the way that the two borrow from each other, even visually, where it's kind of like hard, realistic fantasy. It's like we're not dealing with bright colors anymore, right? Like Harry Potter, even Fantastic Beasts, it just becomes like very dark and or like monotone. So I get to see Lord of the Rings like through her eyes, and everything with Gollum and Frodo and Aragorn's like love lost, like he loses love like twice by the time he becomes king, and then the desperation of these battles and just everything Frodo is doing, and that they have to fight Gollum off along the way, and then where, like, when Saruman and Sauron, when they march their armies seem endless and just without remorse. And all the drama of it, like just enjoying it and falling into it. And then here's the amazing thing, AKAPADers, and I said something to her. I said, we're watching, because we're kind of wrapping up Return of the King. It took us about a week to watch the extended cut of Return of the King. And I say to her, I said, all of a sudden on YouTube, like, everyone's talking about Lord of the Rings. I don't know what's happening. Like, it's weird because, I haven't done any YouTube searches or anything to trick the suggestion blocks, right? Or the suggestions. I've done nothing to let YouTube know I'm interested in Lord of the Rings. Because I get it from the books, guys. And then, lo and behold, LOTR is at its 25th anniversary, and it's in theaters right now. So, I looked it up. I can't do any of the showtimes. Just weird showtimes here. There was one theater that had it in Philly, and it started at 11 p.m. and then like every 3 or 4 hours was like that next movie going into night. No. I think going back to experience Return of the King, that would have been effing cool. Even Fellowship. Right, like Fellowship to me is like even with her, like when Gandalf dies, like to her he dies, she doesn't know he comes back, and this is the importance of the film going experience, guys, where we can be lost in the sauce, we can know too much, we're too close to it, we don't have the instincts to take a step back and basically bathe in the whimsy of it all. This amazing stuff, guys. Amazing to experience it with someone. I would compare it to going to a zoo for the first time with a child that is able to run around and see things and ask questions and point and just free roam, and then like you're seeing everything through their eyes, and that's there's a type of magic there that you just don't engineer in life. You gotta just wait for it and experience it when it comes to you. But yeah, guys, what a amazing experience, and I had no idea. I try and keep track of it as much as I can, but no idea that Lord of the Rings was at its 25th anniversary in theaters. What a weird thing to line up. All right, AKAPADers, I love you guys. I love Lord of the Rings. Rock and roll. Until next time.
Roll sound. Rolling. Sound production.
Let
take
me
2.
Cut in. Sorry, AKAPADers. I know it's such a hot, passionate episode, but I'm breaking the flow real quick just to remind you guys. If you want to support me, one of the best, easiest, and free ways to do it, leave a comment. Give me a like. I know there's someone out there that you know that loves film as much as I do, that love the film industry as much as I. Show this to them. Comments, likes, and reviews, positive or negative, it doesn't matter. We need to increase our reach, and to do that requires your involvement in everything that I do. We're linked. We're forever bound. You're the membrane. I'm the muscle. So guys, let's just do it. One review. Do you have it in you? Okay, back to the show.
Okay, that's a wrap.